So 1st and 10 here for Pittsburgh. And Big Ben fumbled, and the Bills pick it up. A lucky mistake gives the Bills a chance to extend their lead. So now the Bills back out there with 6.5 minutes to go in the final quarter. And they're going to hand it to Anderson. And he'll go down at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Well, 1st and 10. Allen throwing, and Lamb is able to complete it. A gain of 8. And here's Collins, and he's in for a Bills touchdown. And here's O'Brien. And he puts this one in. And now the Bills lead by 8. And here's O'Brien to get this one away. And Switch is going to return. And he'll go down, getting this to the 24-yard line. And the Steelers will take over.
With a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Big Ben. And it's intercepted again. And here's Collins. And he'll go down after a gain of 2. Second and 8. Allen, and wide open is Joshua Lamb, and he scores a Bills touchdown. Why did the Steelers do that? I really don't understand. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? It was no reason to do that. Oh my gosh.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
What kind of defense was that if you're Pittsburgh? What kind of defense was that? Did you see what they just did? I don't know. I don't know if they just blitzed everybody and just left people open. Like, my goodness. See, now the Steelers are trailing by 15.
That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Switcher's not going to return this one. This one's going to be a touchback.
He will not attempt to return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going
Big
in the
Ben,
right direction.
complete by Abdul Jabbar. He's had a great game so far. He's got his 13th catch in the game.
And see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger on the mark. He connects with Juju Smith-Schuster, but for no gain.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Roethlisberger will throw.
Roethlisberger, he's sacked.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And Roethlisberger is sacked again. Tim Johnson with the sack.
What happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you're in obvious passing situations, it's hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly.
Big Ben, and this one's incomplete, and the Steelers turn it over again.
Go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go and play it out.
Not over, as you said.
And here's Anderson. And he'll go down at the 14.
Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Well, big man with ball. Net bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and
Allen, and he's gonna connect with Anderson. And this one goes backwards.
Losing yardage back to the 15. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him.
Allen, and he completes it again to Lamb. And they got a 1st and goal.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down when his way worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
All those mistakes that the Steelers had, they just couldn't capitalize off the Bills turnovers. And Alex Collins will get in for a Bills touchdown.
Alex Collins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is...
And Here's O'Brien, puts in the extra point, and now the lead is out of reach. And the time is running out for Pittsburgh. So with a minute and 36 left to go, the Steelers will take over.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And Big Ben fumbles. And they pick it up, but that's too many yards lost.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense.
Big Ben. And it's not the way. Man, Big Ben. This is crazy. 57 seconds now. And Big Ben, my goodness. I just don't understand what's going on. The receiver is wide open, and as soon as he throws it, the receiver doesn't even look. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. So this is going to be a rough loss here for Pittsburgh. So the Bills, they get ready to celebrate.
This is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide.
And here's Collins. And he'll go down at the 14-yard
Now
line.
the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing is Allen on third.
Allen, and he's going to find Joshua Lamb for the first.
First and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left.
And with that, that's going to do it.
Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the lead.
So the Steelers take their third and final timeout. So with that, the Bills are back in the win column. So the Bills, with this win, they're going to improve their record to 8-5 on the season, winning 48-26 against Pittsburgh. And unfortunately for Pittsburgh, they dropped only their 4th game on the season as they fall to 9-4. But it was a good game from the nearly end of the game until the Bills extended their lead. A rough game for both quarterbacks, but Josh Allen was able to come out on top.
That number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gunn saying so long, everybody.
Wow. What a performance. What a performance by the Bills, extending their lead in the fourth quarter. But this play right here, 2nd and 8. I don't know what the Steelers were doing, but I don't know how they left Lamb wide open on that pass on 2nd and 8. But they just couldn't do anything since that touchdown. And then the Bills were able to extend their lead and they won the game. So the Bills are now 8-5 on the season with this win. So they keep that 7 seed alive for them. So here are the stats. 425 yards thrown for Allen, 526 for Big Ben, 4 touchdowns for Allen, but only 1 for Big Ben, and they both threw 7 interceptions apiece, which is not a good sign. Alex Collins, his first game with the Bills, 34 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdown runs. DJ Anderson, 15 carries, 72 yards. James Conner, 15 carries, 65 yards. And Josh Allen ran 5 times for 21 yards. And here's the receiving. 20 catches for Joshua Lamb, 331 yards, 3 touchdowns. DeAnthony Abdul-Jabbar, 13 catches, 319 yards and a touchdown. Eric Ebron, 5 catches, 74 yards. Chase Claypool, 5 catches, 71. Juju Smith-Schuster, 5 catches for 42. Stephon Diggs, 2 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. DJ Anderson, 5 catches, 29 yards. Cole Beasley, 2 catches, 13 yards. Alex Collins, a catch for 11. Vance McDonald, a catch for 10. And James Conner, 2 catches for 10 yards. So we were able to conclude Sunday Night Football from Buffalo. So for Buffalo, they get themselves their 8th W on the season as they get themselves to 8-5. And they will hit the road in Week 15 for a matchup with the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this is just their 4th loss on the season, but it could impact them towards playoff time as they fall to 9-4, and they will have a chance to bounce back in their next game as they have a matchup in Cincy against the Cincinnati Bengals. So with that is gonna do it for the Sunday night game for Week 14. So all we have left, Monday Night Football from Cleveland. The 9-3 Browns taking on the 10-2 Ravens to finish Week 14. Anyways, if you enjoyed this Sunday game, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe on the road to 200. Monday Night Football is next, y'all, and we are almost through with Week 14.